The marae of Tahiti, portals between Po, the world of gods and darkness, and the Ao, the world of people and light. Some aligned to the stars and others places of ceremony and ritual, and also where the people waited and received the Arioi.
Nowadays, we just remember the Arioi like people who kill children.
The Arioi society, they were very active during the 16th century and the 17th century. Why? Because there was a time when we had like missionaries coming here in Tahiti and taking notes on, what they saw, and they took notes on the Arioi society at that time before we became full Christian.
What is important to know about the Arioi, they were a society in the society. Many Occidental navigators like Cook, Bougainville, they wrote that they were a company in the society, like comedians and dancers. But they were not only dancers and comedians.
Tahiti at the time functioned as a hierarchical society, flowing from the Ari'i all the way down to the Titi. Completely removed, but codependent and harmoniously intertwined, existed the Arioi society.
They are not under their rules, that rules. They are under their own rules.
They have freedom in every relationship they have. They have freedom in pleasure, freedom in thinking, freedom in mocking the people and everything. So if I want to take a single notion of these Arioi is freedom inside the society.
The Arioi is a group of artists. You can be from the Ari'i line, but you can be also from the common people if you are a good artist. They recognize you.
This concept of classlessness transcended tradition, signaling the huge importance to the Tahitian people put on the living arts that the Arioi practiced.
To become Arioi, you're not born Arioi, basically. You're not born. You are chosen.
Selected by other Arioi on ability, talent, and of course beauty, prospective people would be invited to join the coveted society, and if they accepted, they would journey into the process of becoming an Arioi.
They have about 8 levels to pass, like how to make a tapa, Tahitian dance. The tapa is really a symbol, really important for the Arioi. And like Orero too, looking at the star, not only looking, but to know the stars, the different birds, everything. So they have to be the ambassadors of their culture, because when they will travel in islands, you have to be full of mana of your culture to go and to give a ceremony for the abundance.
We can say the Arioi were also a link between the official system, the politics, and the common people. Because the common people wait for them, for the entertainment, to remind them again. We cannot push the Arioi. If you push them, you push the common people. So the Ari'i accept them, and they accept even some members of their family to go in the Arioi system.
Becoming an Arioi is like hope in the past, because if you're coming from the Manahune class in the society, you're the people. But at the moment you change and you go in the society of the Arioi, you become the one that the people are waiting for. And even a woman in the Arioi society, the woman has a place. They are equal to men.
They work for the abundance and prosperity and creativity. That's their main purpose.
definitely we can't separate the Arioi society with the god Oro. They were the worshippers, or they were the servants of the god Oro. The god Oro was the god of war, we know that in Tahiti, but what we don't really know is the Oro was also the god of fertility, the god of abundance.
They were really in charge of taking care of the fertility of the earth too. Like by their ceremony, they are coming on the mare during a time, an important time. So because you have to know that in the Pacific we have two different seasons. We have the Matari Inia and the Matari Iraru. So during the Matari Inia is the period of the abundance, and during the Matari Iraru is the period that we have to take care of the land to grow again the food and to grow again the people.
Their role was to bring fertility back to the human being. That's why the Arioi society, they were famous not only because they were performers, they were artists, they were beautiful people. More than that, they were servants of Oro who bring life to the people.
But beyond being the bringers of abundance, they also kept the communities in check.
When they do a ceremony, the dance, and sometimes they do theater, and they were like journalists in the past, like they were the only one that the king or the chief accept to laugh on them.
They have a kind of power, the power of knowledge, the power of consciousness, the power of news. They were expressing these through drama, through dance as well, through like pantomime. It was this power through art that allowed them to analyze the society, to critique the society in good or in bad.
You have to imagine now the navigators, the Occidental navigators, when they arrive with their reference in England, like women with dress here, that they are coming and they see people. I think they just thought at this moment, oh, they're pervert or making sex every time, But what we have to analyze is sex bad? No. But now I want to talk about the children.
If you take the meaning to be intuitive and to canalize between the forces of the nature, of the forces of the Atua and the people, and it's why I think they refuse to be mother and father, because you cannot be pregnant and canalize that kind of forces.
You become an Arioi, you already know the laws of the Arioi, the rules, that you cannot have children. If you want to keep your child, you have to go back in the classic society. So most of the time when the Arioi don't want to go back, they stay Arioi, but they already know the rule.
And those rules meant they would sacrifice the baby. But it wasn't about killing for killing's sake. There was reasoning, ritual, and rites of passage.
They have to return the baby in the po. You know that in the Polynesian society we have this dichotomy between the po, the word of the spirit of the gods, and the o, the word of the human being. The purpose of that was to bring back the baby, this creature within the po, because it belongs to the po and not to the o.
I know it's hard, but it's our past too, and it's important to not judge it.
When we became Christian, they disappeared. They disappeared as a Arioi itself, but they didn't disappear as a people of power. That means that the Arioi, although they were not Arioi anymore as a Arioi, they became deacons in the church, and as a deacons, they had like power in the church.
They took the sacred place, like the More, to put the church on, to say, that's the past, now that's the new order. So they create the Mamaya. it's another order to contest the new order. You know, always when we impose one order, there's another who stand up.
As history has shown us countless times across the Pacific and the world, as religion rolls in, tradition trickles away.
Colonization brought a ban on knowledge, a ban on consciousness, through the ban of dancing, through the ban of music, the ban of singing, the ban of telling stories, these qualities of Arioi before. So we have to retrace all this memory that was lost, not to go back in the past, to build the present and to give for the future.
Years before, we decided, my husband and I, to build the cultural center Arioi. It's been 10 years that I'm a Tahitian dance teacher, but I want to teach more than dance. So at the cultural center, we are teaching students how to dance, how to talk Tahitian, how to grow a fa'apu, and how to make tapa, every aspect that the Arioi did in the past. Our students learn a lot, and we are so proud of them. When we go outside, we are proud of how they become new Arioi, like new generation.
I think the Arioi is like a spirit. They give again the creativity in the new choreograph. We have a generation of the new choreograph now, and they are very good and they are very famous. They don't stuck in the past, but they go in the creativity through their art.
I wish to have a time machine to go back to these times and be a Arioi of these times, because I wish to be as free as them.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.